Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. We bring you Wednesday night baseball on the show. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Miami Marlins. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So just about set. And on the mound today, Braxton Garrett.
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence. And if he is, he should be just fine.
Okay, all set to go. This is Corbin Carroll. Next offering is in for a strike.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Next one misses, and now it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one blasted deep to right. Back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. And a big factor for them in recent games, Ketel Marte.
Well, he's riding a power streak right now. There's no doubt about that. 6 home runs in his last 10 games. This guy's been very consistent throughout the season, but especially right now, he's locking it in, doing some damage in terms of slugging. And when he's
swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. 2 outs, base is empty. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Hammered, base hit. And Eugenio Suarez with a chance to make an impact with 2 away. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That one misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. Pitch misses there, and the count's full.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score him.
Swung on, belted. That one's back. And that is that. One left for the Diamondbacks. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. You're dialed. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And starting in this one, Merrill Kelly.
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Gurriel trying to get there and makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. And time now for the Marlins lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Derek Hill.
Big time speed here, Boog. A guy with just terrific wheels and an absolute nightmare for opposing pitchers when he's on base. I mean, players like this who have elite speed, it's like disruptive technology on the base paths. Man, can't wait to watch him run.
Next offering is down low. 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
2 down, nobody on. The shortstop takes the ball. Out to short, Perdomo. To first, that's the 3rd out. Inning over. Miami down in order. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Randall Grichuk now.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
That misses. Ball 2.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
And that one is lifted in the air. 1 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Number 14,
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Pulls that one foul.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
A swing and a soft liner. And it's caught for the out.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Line drive. And that's down, a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Batting 9, the center fielder,
Jake McCarthy digs in now.
That's a ball.
This one in the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Second inning here, no score. And strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, center field. Hill sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. And that's the 3rd out. Diamondbacks strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Back here in Miami, we head to the bottom of the 2nd. Now the 3rd baseman, Connor Norby. And a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Marte. That's 1 out, the bottom of the 2nd. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. Here's a high fly ball out to center. McCarthy settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. Jesus Sanchez will hit next. Fouls one off. 2-2. Bounced, and that got the pitcher. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
2 outs.
Ball. 2-2.
On the ground, out to short. Throws to first.
Got him. That's an out.
And that is that. Marlins leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
7, Corbin.
Outside low, and a count 2-1.
2-1.
And that one clips the corner. Swings and misses, and that's the 1st out. And, Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And that keeps the inning going.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
Ball 2.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 outs. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. We're tied, 0-0. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Dane Myers. Kelly winds and deals. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 1 down.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the batting order turns over. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. 2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And set to lead off the 4th, Randall Grichuk. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. And that should quiet this home crowd. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Josh Naylor. Here's a 1-1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Headed towards the corner. Sanchez on the run. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's two away. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. And that misses. And a count 2-1. 2 out, space is empty. Now a screamer into the outfield. And that is that. Snake strike first with a solo shot. It's now 1-0.
Many investors up at night, and for good reason. The 3 ETF portfolio.
Bottom 4. And now here's the Marlins DH, Griffin Conrad. The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now, just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in, so hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Carroll right there to make the grab. 2 away now.
Third baseman, number 1.
Digging in, Connor Norby. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's to third. Suarez tosses to first, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. Offense held in check there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Marlins. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Beyond our borders, geographic tunnel vision affects purely domestic ETN portfolio.
Well struck right field.
On the U.S. market.
Get out of town. He shoots one out to right. His first homer of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
You know, these D-backs, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's back. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. He leaves the yard to right. It's 3-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often.
Having just 1 more PTM category.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move. So the Marlins go with a new arm, number 66. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Here's Ketel Marte. Out towards right center field. Sanchez sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's one down.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
And he chases that one out. number 2.
You know, Boog, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Miami's bullpen with some action. Declan Cronin up and loosening in the pen. Tinoco warming up as well. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 3. In the air to left center. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0.
These funds package hundreds of smaller companies into a single, easily tradable security.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Exposure to the entire segment. The performance data makes a compelling case.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
On to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. In the air, left field, down the line, and that is a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. That's off the inside corner, 2-2.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
There's a swing and a drive. That one back there has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, catcher, Agustin.
2 down, base is empty. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. Ramirez, with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. He continues to roll on the mound. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. That's out to center field. Hill squeezes it. 1 down. And now it's Josh Naylor. And it is 2-1.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
That one ripped. Way back there. Gone. A solo shot. And they tack one on the board. It's 4-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at-bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
This financial safe haven has been trusted for centuries.
1 out, base is empty. Gabriel Moreno getting ready to hit. And delivers outside. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone. Man at first with 1 gone. Geraldo Perdomo now at the plate. Moreno leads off first with 1 away. On the ground, 2 ball. Fires to second for 1. Back to first for 2, and that'll do it. D-backs get 1 on the solo jack. It's now a 4-0 ball game. Bottom of the 6th inning at the plate. Dane Myers. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's to third. Suarez throw to first in time. 1 away, bottom of the 6th. Stepping in, Derek Hill.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
That's a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So the lineup flips over. Otto Lopez digs in now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's two gone.
Oh, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap. And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. One left for Miami. They trail it here 4-0. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Jesus Tinoco. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Higher returns with lower risk. Based on this performance, we recommend an allocation strategy.
That one outside, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
15% SCHD and 10% ELD. Moderate low value and provide full diversification without sacrificing growth potential. 10% allocation.
And that one ripped into right, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Man, he just absolutely turned on that one, ripped it down the line. Nice job of staying in his mechanics.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Corbin Carroll. Pitch misses outside, and that's ball 2.
Permanently impair your nest egg. Similarly, for investors worried about inflation eroding their purchasing power,
on a line, base hit. Coming home, the throw in. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 5-0. Man at first, nobody out. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Runner takes off. There's a ball.
Ball 2.
And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game.
Line drive, base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice trajectory, average going up, OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and one gone.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider, tried to sit in between, just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Outside the United States. Return to the unestablished economy, stable market, while WO exclusively targets
up the middle. Nice stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. No one left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Marlins nothing.
This approach powerful is how international markets often move through different rhythms than the U.S. During certain periods.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
It's softly on the ground left side. Toss to Naylor, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
Tapped back up the middle. Marte whips it to first on the run. Pretty nice play there. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the first baseman, Jonah Bride. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And 1-2-3. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Declan Cronin.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now the DH, Randall Grichuk. Got their back going too soon. It's strike 2.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
today's laggard often become tomorrow's leader.
Next offering is outside.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Myers has this one sized up. Makes the catch. And there's one away. Josh Naylor will hit next.
22, Josh Naylor.
Allocation. Those demographic tailwinds in international markets represent just one piece of the
Left
puzzle.
field. Myers under this one. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. 2 down, bases empty. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Let's piece together your personalized 4 ETF wealth building.
In the air, right side. Sanchez gets under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Here's how the 3-4 ETF options perform. Gold enhanced portfolio, 15.2% annual growth with 15%.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning, and now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Kelly still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
McCarthy grabs it on the run. Agustin Ramirez getting ready to hit.
Consider Maria.
Next offering upstairs.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Caught him looking for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
2 outs, bases empty. Dane Myers, the next to hit. That misses the zone. 3-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Full count.
Global diversification. International ETFs present
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No play, that's an infield single. 2 outs, runner at first. Derek Hill, the next up. Torey Lovello is out of the dugout, and he's going to make a move here.
Those primarily concerned with free market diversification.
Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Ryan Thompson.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force. That's out number 3. Nice work from the snake pen there. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
3. Configure automatic purchases of your chosen ETFs according to your target percentage. 4. Review quarterly, rebalancing only when allocations have shifted more than 5% from your target. For those with higher risk tolerance, consider a small Bitcoin allocation.
Here comes a pitch.
1 to 5% as a supplement.
Swing and a pop-up. Edwards.
The ideal portfolio is about maximum
One up, one
return
down.
at all costs. It's about creating a balanced
Now
approach,
batting,
matching
the
your
center
personal
fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Jake McCarthy.
outperformance.
The D-backs up big in this one. Here at the top of the 9th.
Stick with free market cycles without abandoning your strategy.
Swing and a ground ball. Lopez gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 7, Corbin Carroll.
2 down, base is empty. Corbin Carroll stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Teenagers are building businesses with AI. While the only AI you know is that
To the right side.
Don't know how to use AI.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Top of the order, duo. It's the Diamondbacks 6 and the Marlins nothing. Bottom of the 9th. Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez. Off the plate inside. 2-1. Grounds one to short. Perdomo. Slings it across, and they get the leadoff man in the
Now
ninth.
batting, the designated
Griffin
hitter,
Conine, the next up for the Marlins.
Conine.
Base is empty, one away. We're in the last half of the ninth inning. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Ryan Thompson won't go any further tonight.
Pitching for
So out of the
Arizona.
pen for the Diamondbacks,
Number
Joe
35.
Mantiply. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Mantiply.
On the ground, Marte handles, throws to first, 2 up, 2 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Marlins down to their final out. And now the shortstop, Xavier Edwards. 2 outs. Just missed. And that one fouled off. 1 strike away. Right side, Naylor. Throw to first, ball game. And the Diamondbacks take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
This win streak they're on is something else, Boog. I mean, we came here tonight to call this game, and I had a feeling at the outset they were going to add one more win to this run. They keep this play up, I honestly don't know what's going to stop them.
6-0 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show,
there, and I did have to pay for most of it out of my pocket, so I started working 2 jobs. I applied for scholarships, of course, and in the last year